Alright everybody, welcome to 2064 Read-Only Memories. I'm guessing that this has something to do with computers, because read-only memories shortened to ROM. So, let's jump in and see what it's about, because I have no idea. I've got no idea what it's about. Oh, are there subtitles I can turn? Okay, so there's a voiceover. You know what we'll do? We'll see if it's in English or not, and then we'll go from there. If it's not, I'm going to turn it off just so I can read it, because I'd like to be able to read it out loud if it's not. That way everyone else can understand what's going on. It looks interesting.
Neo San Francisco, 2064
no.
AD.
I don't want to live there.
The world thrives on a constant flow of groundbreaking technology.
In San Francisco?
Cybernetic augmentation and genetic modification allow the repair and enhancement of almost any part of a human body.
Oh.
Millions of people jack into virtual worlds every day to work, play, and connect with one another with advanced brain-to-machine technology.
Like it.
Easier access to genetic modification leaves hybrids walking the streets, looking less human every day. However, some can't keep up with the fast-paced changes around them. They say that ROMs, now commonplace thanks to parallax, are leading humans to a place where we can never come back, losing the survival skills that we have relied on for millennia. Relationship organizational managers are compiled with virtual intelligence and can seem human-like in their interactions. But despite the marketing hype, at their core, they are only brainless machines.
Okay, rude. Do you want Skynet? Don't say stuff like that.
Organizations, like the human revolution, seek to slow the relentless pace of progress, fearing that unchecked technology will make us lose the very things that make us human. High above the rising tension below, a parallax engineer has blurred the line even further. And with this, humanity's destiny will be altered forever.
I like this voice actor a lot. Did he upload his consciousness into an AI? A new cyberpunk adventure. Me likey. I would want to be like that chick from Love, Death, and Robots, the Fox girl, but like be able to transform but also have like cybernetics as well to make me like a better like hunter or something. Ooh, or get wolf legs, like Edward Elric's Automail, but wolf legs and better. I don't know. Home sweet home. Okay, maybe not so sweet. Musty might be a better descriptor. Oh, I can touch stuff. Coffee. Drink it. Yes. You take a sip of the old stale coffee. Ew. The letters F and K seem clear as day. It's also really gross. Oh, I have my window propped open with that book there. A copy of Wigfield. Sometimes the old books are the best, especially to keep your window propped open. That's funny. The classics can get boring pretty fast after multiple reads. Besides, it's more useful holding up the window. Okay, he doesn't want to take it. Okay. Lappy the laptop. Plant. This plant is in pretty bad shape. Isn't this supposed to be one of the easier plants to take care of? Was it supposed to be a cactus? You don't know exactly what that ooze is, only that it seems to be growing day by day. Drain it. Running water might just make it worse. That's funny. These are my headphones. Yeah, I got headphones. These are those GX Ultra Beats you have to do a product review on. They're smart headphones, so you should be able to use them with some things lying around your apartment. A stack of paper for your unpublished novel. A single piece of loose, unsorted paper lies on the ground. I'll pick it up. It sort of suits the room's aesthetic better with it there on the ground, don't you think? No, I don't think. Throw it away, you lazy ass. The GX Ultra beats sync automatically as you start to watch a live concert from Oakland. Ah, good old Lappy. It may not be the most powerful or the fastest or have the best screen, but well, it works. Lappy is a bit of a relic. You have an article due tonight. Better finish it before bed. How do I do that? Your inbox. A hell so terrifying, so specific, so personal that no other living thing should dare enter. Luckily, you're the only person with the password. I mean, are we? Spam, spam, bill. Your account is past due in the amount of 3,906.4 credits. I read that so bad. Failure to restore your account may result in termination of service. Power plant power. Ah yes, an age-old choice between food or electricity. Work mail. Hey there, I'm the lead editor for What the Fuck Sounds, formerly Oh My God Zounds. We're a new up-and-coming audio review feed looking for hot talent who need a platform for their work. We'd love to feature any product reviews you'd like to do for us. We'd be able to give you some great exposure, and if we like your stuff, could possibly throw some creds your way. Don't they know people die of exposure? Sorry, oh, rent. According to this email, your rent is nearly due. Better get that article submitted soon. Emotional mail, what is this? A coupon for 5.0 credits back on a Hasty Infinity. A Hasty Infinity has all of your daily calories, but none of the nutritional value, like the opposite of a diet version. An invitation to come see the lighting ceremony of the Christmas tree downtown from your friends at Dr. Tricia Lee DDS. Why would your dentist invite you to a lighting ceremony? It feels like a trap. Probably a trap. This is your weekly update from Vintage Tech, your #1 source for classic technology. Popular pieces this week: The King of Click, a retrospective on classic model and keyboard. Oh, I don't care about. Request denied. Subscription cannot be modified. What? You're not the boss of me. Journalogic isn't the fanciest program, but it's the only word editor that still gets updates for a machine as old as yours. Okay. You should try out the GX Ultra Beats a little more before you write a review for them. Oh, do I gotta? The GX Ultra Beats sync to Lappy automatically as you connect to one of the less pornographic feeds. Your best options are usually limited to video game streams, old concert recordings, and live cams of baby animals. Your choice is clear. Lappy speakers feel neglected, but now you have the first-hand experience needed to start actually writing the review. The first part of work is done. You're so accomplished. Alright, time to get work out of the way. Let's do this. Selling your soul, bit by bit, character by character. Finished. Now to send it off to the editor. There, your big break. Surely your glowing review of GX Ultra Beats is your ticket out of poverty and into a book deal. Surely. Our poor character. Work is finally out of the way. Time for bed. Or you could read some OK Today and catch up on some news before you sleep. What's OK Today? Where's that at? Oh. Sure. Current event articles, Charlie Nova, sports articles, Charlie Nova. Who's that?
Hey, it's Charlie Nova, host of Star in the Stratosphere, and Tonight in the Stars.
Man, I
Join
wish I
Ryan
cared.
DiGiasio and the Hassy Boys
Shut
for
up.
our 10th annual TMI New Year's Eve special,
Shut up.
where I'll interview some of the hottest celebrities and find out what their plans are for 2065. Tune in or join us live at Union Square for the big show, starting at 10 p.m.
Didn't mean to click on the loudmouth news. Local news. A story about a broken down Froyo stand. Golden Gate Park vandalism on the rise. December 19, reports show that local foodie booth JJ's Froyo stand was destroyed last night in what appears to be another case of rogue ROM committing an act of vandalism. The cart was evidently attacked and damaged by a large ROM that had no shell. Witnesses state the alleged perpetrator has been randomly appearing at night before lumbering back into the nearby trees on the western side of the park. This is the first case of a ROM being reported to live on its own in the wild as a stray. Police say that tracking down a potential owner of the ROM is likely impossible. Some speculate that the strange ROM may have been framed by vandals who set their crime deliberately to make it appear to have been carried out by the ROM, rogue or under orders. OK Today reached out to Parallax for comment, and they assured us that the rogue ROM is purely a myth that tends to pop up conveniently when low-revenue businesses have the urge to file an insurance claim. Parallax did not appreciate the reports of vandalism being attributed to their models. Is this wild ROM the real deal, or could it be a fairy tale created by those looking to make a quick buck? Or perhaps there's something else to be gained. More as this story progresses. Mel Hopkins, OK Today. Okay. So there's some weird problems with like rogue ROMs and like people who enjoy like Could you stay out of my room? The front door is for me only. Oh, you've been caught.
Good, you're finally awake. I'm honestly not sure why most humans still have such lengthy sleep cycles. It seems rather inconvenient.
The voice sounds really familiar.
Are you significantly opposed to cybernetic augments?
It sounds like Alphonse. What the hecky? Do that one. I like that one. What the hecky?
Oh, I hope you don't mind. While you were asleep, I had some spare time on my hands, so I reorganized your records and entertainment media using BISAC. Once that was done, I found the cleanliness of your living and workspace to be suboptimal conditions for the long-term performance of my microactuators. So I took the liberty of cleaning the place up a bit.
Alright. He's fucking adorable.
As you awoke, I was
He's so
attempting to
cute.
interface and make performance adjustments to your personal computer, but I've run into a bit of a snag.
Did you fry it because it's like 90 years old? A snag? Yeah.
Unfortunately, your motherboard seems to have had a critical failure while I was attempting to remove some particularly nasty malware. An electrical surge caused
So
significant
cute.
damage
He's like,
to
I fucked up
several
your
other
computer, but I
components
cleaned
as
your
well.
apartment.
I would consider it no great loss, though. Why were you using that dinosaur to begin with?
All my work was on there.
Don't fret! I did manage to back up your data drive's contents on my storage before the crash.
Oh. Oh, well that's fine then.
Additionally, I am willing to serve as your personal computer until you can procure a replacement or provide the parts necessary for me to make the repairs. It is the least I can do.
That's nice, but you still haven't told me why you're here.
I'm sorry.
He's so cute!
I wasn't trying to engage you in any sort of subterfuge, but I tend to ramble on a bit when I'm nervous. I I have all the necessary protocols, but I've never actually spoken to another person besides Hayden until now.
Hayden? You know Hayden Weber?
Well, saying I know Hayden is putting it simply, but yes.
I haven't seen Hayden in over a year. Where is he?
I don't really know. That's why I'm here. Help me. You aren't quite my only hope, but you're certainly the most statistically supported.
Slow down. Just start from the beginning. That was kind of a backhanded compliment.
The beginning. Okay, yes, I can do that. Earlier tonight, Hayden's apartment was assaulted by some persons unknown to me. He seemed frightened, terrified even, and instructed me to escape. I crawled out of a window, and after some deliberation, hurried here. I heard them breaking down the door as I left.
So is Hayden like a buddy of ours? Why would they want Hayden?
He is one of the top researchers at Parallax, but there's no way that alone would be enough to get him kidnapped. I suspect it has to do with me.
You're like a new form of AI, right? Who are you anyway? What do you have to do with it?
Ah, excuse me. I forgot to introduce myself. I've never had the pleasure of doing so before. I am Turing. I know this must sound quite unflattering,
That's cute.
but I suppose you could describe me as one of Hayden's experiments. He's currently researching advanced machine intelligence at Parallax. I am a personal side project of his. Exploring true artificial sapience. It's possible that the idea of a sapient machine could scare or tempt an organization into kidnapping him.
True. He's like a new form of like AI, but with his own like consciousness and stuff like that. So I can see how that would be a problem, especially for the group that hates like people who get augmentations.
Either to stop his research or to take it and use it for themselves.
So
A
tell me
regular
more.
ROM has virtual intelligence. They can appear rather smart, even human-seeming when you talk to them. But they're just cleverly programmed to respond to a variety of situations in an organic manner.
So Turing's different.
They aren't in any way self-deterministic. As for myself, much of my code wasn't actually written by Hayden, but rather compiled during my infancy as I learned to interact with the world around me. But despite my ability to self-modify my code, I am afraid to adapt or develop any further without Hayden's guidance.
So Hayden would want him to be like his own singular entity, it seems. I think that's what the whole point is. But he doesn't know how to do that without the guy who
Did
made
he
him.
only program me with the illusion of free will?
I don't think Hayden would do that. How would you know, one way or the other?
How would you? Hayden once told me that his desire to create artificial life stemmed from his need to find out. But I can't say I have any new insight into the question. How can any of us tell that we aren't just puppets dancing to someone else's will?
I think we're like, getting a little too philosophical here.
You're right. I apologize for the tangent.
Aw, Turing's cute. He's adorable. Was anyone out for Hayden? Let's do that one, yeah.
I don't know. I'm not certain who would benefit the most from taking Hayden prisoner. Admittedly, Hayden has become increasingly paranoid as of late, and has warned me to stay alert, but he would never specify anyone I should fear when I asked.
Someone must have found out.
It's
Someone
not
bad.
as though he
or like
has
his
any
boss.
obvious enemies. There are several multinational corporations that could make use of his engineering skills, but I can't imagine any of them would go as far as snatching him.
Why am I your best hope?
I I ran an algorithm against every contact in Hayden's address book. Based on the combined deductions of personal profile, directness of connection to Hayden, occupational skill, and probable motive, you were the candidate most likely to both be able and willing to help me. And the one least likely to be suspected of doing so.
Yeah, I know. Shut up thing. Hold on. I've never looked for a missing person, but I could try.
The numbers don't lie about your investigative skills, but I will admit your total lack of recent successes is worrisome.
Hey now, don't be rude. 5 more minutes. We'll see about that.
Don't worry, if Hayden trusted you, I trust you. You're strong-willed and capable. If anything, it's worth trying for Hayden.
Well then, I guess we should get started?
Indeed, time is of the essence. I took the liberty of charging the auto cab fare from here to Hayden's apartment to your personal finance account, and the car has just arrived.
I can totally afford that. Lead the way. I need to save it, but I can't because we're going places. Bed. Not anymore. 12/21/2064. Oh, it's almost Christmas time when we're looking for
That's strange.
our buddy.
Well, the door for our home seems to have already been repaired. I'm certain my audio sensors picked up the sounds of his assailants breaking the lock.
Perhaps a maintenance robot took care of it.
It's possible.
Or they're covering it up. Why wouldn't they? If they kidnapped a scientist, like a high-profile scientist, why wouldn't they immediately cover it up? I'm gonna say that it's Hayden's boss.
Most
Or
of the repairs to the
there's
building
some weird
are handled
AI
by the
thing going
automated
on like
systems.
iRobot.
At best, it means someone is aware there's a situation here. Let's proceed carefully.
I hope we get to team up with a bunch of like modified like peeps.
Oh, a lucky break! It seems my access codes still work.
Nice.
Hayden's door has far better security than yours does.
Yeah. Just be careful.
Will do.
It doesn't look like there was much of a struggle.
I'm not surprised. Hayden is not the most physically intimidating of individuals. I doubt he could have fought off a serious assault.
So he's a little
I
guy.
should have stayed and tried to protect him.
I don't think he would have wanted you to. Aren't you programmed against harming humans?
Of course not. How silly. To make a machine intelligence truly self-deterministic, it must be able to self-modify.
That's true. He has to be able to learn how to defend himself and others. If he's to truly start making his own choices, he's got to make the choice of when to fight and when to run and protect and stuff like that. Makes
Any
sense.
sapient worth their silicon would be able to code around such an inhibitor eventually. I could rip your arm off right now if I cared to.
He's got a point. Like, it's just like with people. Like, it's like the whole, like, being afraid but stepping forward to defend someone anyway. It's like you said, like with the recoding, that's kind of like what it is like to, like, force yourself to work around that emotion of fear in order to step up to someone's defense. So, please don't rip my arms off. Comforting, Turing. Why don't you?
I won't for the same reason you don't go around randomly killing people. The
You don't know
social
me.
contract, as a useful construct, is just as apparent to me as it is to you. It simply isn't acceptable to go on a murderous rampage.
Glad we're clear on that one.
Self-defense and defense of one's home and family is typically allowed, though.
Yep.
I could have and may even have been obligated to come to Hayden's defense. But
You did the right thing by escaping. What's done is done. We need to focus on finding him.
Excellent point.
I think that one
Let's
was
start
better.
searching for clues.
Okay. Because, I mean, anything could have happened, really, and I get him running because he was scared, and he probably doesn't know what scared is right now, so... okay. Save name. You know, I'm gonna call it... Stop. Oh, let's call it Ed. Okay, because I just got finished watching Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood like recently, so we'll just call it Ed. All right, sweet. Ed is saved. Okay, that is going to be it for today. But this game seems really interesting. I'm actually already enjoying it. Turing is so cute. He's so fucking adorable. I can't even. I can't wait to see what happens though later in the game. I hope that you guys enjoyed this too because it's not what I was expecting. I was expecting like more of a like visual novel type thing, but it's kind of like a mix between like that and like a I don't know how to describe it. There's like a lot of old games back in the day that had the same type of elements, where it had like the story-based like text visual novel type thing going on, but also where you get to interact with the environment and things like that and try to solve cases and stuff like that. And I think games like this have become like they were really popular back in the day, and then like they kind of went away for a while, and then they got more popular again as like visual novels started to make more of a comeback. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this, and I hope that you guys like it too, and I'll see you next time, alright? Bye!